She pleaded for cash to pay her rent, then turned around and gave it to her male best friend. I kept a calm face, but when she returned weeks later asking for more, what she encountered instead ended our relationship. I'm the kind of person who believes a relationship is a partnership. You support each other through tough times. At least, that's what I thought until a month ago. Now I see that for some, you're not a partner, you're just a resource they haven't fully tapped. My girlfriend, Sarah, and I had been together for roughly a year. We didn't share a home, which was intentional. I valued my independence and she valued hers. It seemed to work, or so I believed. About a month ago, Sarah called me in a frenzy. She was sobbing, explaining that her employer slashed her hours unexpectedly, leaving her short $1,200 for rent. Her landlord, she claimed, was strict and wouldn't tolerate late payments. "I'm so humiliated to ask," she said, voice trembling, "but can you help me out? I'll repay you with my next 2 paychecks, I promise." I'm not wealthy, but I'm cautious with my finances. I had savings and I cared about her. The idea of her facing eviction twisted my gut. Naturally, I wanted to help. "Don't stress," I reassured her. "I've got your back. We're a team, right?" That same day, I wired her the $1,200. The gratitude in her voice was overwhelming. She thanked me endlessly, and I felt good, like I'd done right by someone I loved. A week later, I was grabbing a drink with a mutual friend, Tom. While catching up, he brought up Sarah's best friend, Jake, a guy I never really liked. Jake always struck me as immature, constantly chasing some half-baked scheme or new hobby that required pricey equipment. Tom casually said, "Jake's lucky to have a pal like Sarah. Did you see that fancy new camera he got? He's been eyeing it forever." Said Sarah loaned him the money to buy it. "Must have been over $1,000. I froze, beer in hand, my mind reeling. I kept my expression neutral. "Oh yeah, that's neat. When did he get it?" Tom sipped his drink. "I think Tuesday or Wednesday. He's been posting photos with it all over his accounts." The same day I sent Sarah the rent money, it hit me like a ton of bricks. The sob story, the urgency, the exact amount, it wasn't for rent. It was for Jake. She'd deceived me, taking money I worked hard for, claiming it was to avoid homelessness, only to hand it to her deadbeat friend for a shiny new gadget. Anger surged through me, but I held it in. I wasn't going to lose it or confront her in a rage. That wouldn't solve anything. She'd just cry, spin another lie, and make me the bad guy for doubting her. Instead, I decided to play it smart. When I saw her that weekend, I didn't mention it. I just smiled. She was all charm, telling me how her landlord was thrilled she paid on time. I nodded, listening to her lies pile up. In that moment, I knew we were finished. She just didn't know it yet. I resolved to get my money back, not just the cash, but the truth. She'd manipulated me, weaponizing my trust. The way to handle someone like that is to let them walk into their own trap. I was certain she'd come back for more money eventually. People like Sarah and Jake always have a crisis. Their lives are a cycle of self-made chaos. All I had to do was wait. Update 5 weeks after the rent money fiasco, I played a careful game. I didn't cut her off completely, but I subtly shifted our dynamic. When she suggested an expensive dinner, I'd say I was saving up and propose cooking at home. If she hinted at wanting new clothes, I'd deftly change the topic. I was quietly closing the financial faucet, making myself seem less like a cash machine. I needed her to think I was just being thrifty, not that I'd caught on. As expected, her money troubles mounted. Without me funding our dates or her supporting Jake's lifestyle, her budget tightened. I could see the strain in her. Then last Tuesday, she called, more desperate than before. "You won't believe my luck," she began, voice quivering. "My car broke down on the freeway. I had it towed, and the mechanic says the transmission's gone. It's $900 to fix. I don't have it, and I don't know how I'll get to work." It was almost laughable, the same script, different verse. The sudden emergency, the precise amount, the helplessness. She ended with, "I hate asking again. I'm so embarrassed, but can you help? I'm desperate." I took a deep breath. It was time. "That's awful," I said, feigning concern. "Of course I'll help. This is serious. Come to my place tonight at 7. We'll sort it out and I'll write you a check." Her relief was palpable. "You're a lifesaver," she gushed. "Don't worry," I replied. "That's what I'm here for." After hanging up, I made another call. I found Jake's number from an old group chat. I texted him, "Hey Jake, it's Mike, Sarah's boyfriend. Quick question, still got that camera you bought last month?" "The nice one?" He replied instantly. "Yeah, dude, it's awesome." "Why asterisk," I texted back, thinking of getting into photography. "Want to check it out and get your take before I buy one. Can you swing by my place tonight at 7:15? I'll grab you a beer for your trouble." He was thrilled to show off his gear and get a free drink. For sure, see you then. The stage was set. That evening I was calm, like I was directing a play I'd written. Sarah arrived at 7, worry etched on her face. She hugged me. Thank you so much for this, you're amazing. I led her to the living room. Let's talk about the car, I said. She repeated her story, adding details about the tow truck and shady mechanic. I nodded, letting her dig deeper. At 7:15, the doorbell rang. Sarah frowned. Is someone else coming? Just a friend, I said casually, opening the door. There was Jake, camera bag on his shoulder, grinning. Hey, man, his smile faded when he saw Sarah. Her jaw dropped, panic flooding her eyes, the moment I'd waited a month for. I shut the door. Jake, thanks for coming. Sarah, look who's here. What a coincidence. They stared at each other, then at me, sensing trouble. I stood in the room's center, voice steady. Sarah, you're here for $900 to fix your car. Tough spot, especially since you still owe me the $1,200 I gave you for rent. I paused, turning to Jake. I heard you got a sweet new camera, cost about $1,200, bought the same day Sarah had her rent crisis. Sarah paled. Jake looked like he wanted to disappear. I continued, calm but firm. We're all friends, so let's solve this. Sarah needs money for her car. Jake, you have the $1,200 Sarah loaned you, the money I gave her for rent. So you pay her back now, she pays the mechanic, and I don't have to lend more. Problem solved. The silence was heavy. They were caught. Sarah's voice shook with anger. What is this? Did you plan this? Are you spying on me? No, I said evenly. I'm just piecing things together. You lied, took money for a fake emergency, and gave it to Jake for a toy. That's not a partnership, that's exploitation. And I'm done. Jake stammered. Man, I didn't know. She said you were cool with it, that you wanted to help. Sarah snapped at him. You said you'd pay me back in a week. It was perfect. They turned on each other, their lies unraveling. He was a leech, she was a deceiver, and they were furious their scam was exposed. I raised a hand. Enough, I don't care about your deal, I'm done. Sarah, we're over, don't contact me. Jake, enjoy your camera, you two are perfect for each other. I pointed to the door. Leave my apartment now. They left, avoiding each other's eyes. Closing the door, I felt only relief. The lies, the drama, the betrayal, it was over on my terms. Final update, 3 months have passed since I kicked Sarah and Jake out. Here's the final wrap-up. Sarah went silent immediately. I blocked her number and social media, ensuring no chance for more sob stories. Her friends, mainly her close friend Lisa, started texting me. Sarah's a wreck. You were so harsh, you embarrassed her. She messed up, talk to her. I responded only to Lisa. Sarah lied and took $1,200 under false pretenses, prioritizing her friend's gadget over our trust. That wasn't cruelty, it was accountability. Don't contact me about her again. The messages stopped. Now about the money. I wasn't letting $1,200 slide. It wasn't just the amount, it was the principle. She didn't just take my money. She stole my trust. I took a half-day off and went to the county courthouse, filing a small claims case. I included the bank transfer, her texts begging for rent money with repayment promises, and a screenshot of Jake's post thanking an anonymous benefactor for his camera, dated the day after my transfer. The evidence was airtight. A court date was set a month later. Sarah was served papers. I wasn't sure she'd show, half hoping she would hear her try to lie to a judge. She didn't. I presented my case, and with no defense from her, I won a default judgment for the $1,200 plus filing fees. Collecting on a judgment can be tricky, but I knew her workplace. I filed for wage garnishment, and after some paperwork it started. A portion of her paycheck came to me bi-weekly until the debt was cleared. She couldn't stop it, a constant reminder of her deception. As for Sarah, I heard through mutual friends her life unraveled. Her friendship with Jake collapsed. He never repaid her, and without me as her financial fallback, he ditched her. Her finances tanked between the garnishment and other car repairs she couldn't afford. Tom said she broke her lease, paid a hefty penalty, and moved back with her parents out of state. Her fake eviction story became reality, all because of her lie. She lost her boyfriend, her friend, her independence, and her apartment, all for a camera. I got my final garnishment payment last week, the full $1,200 plus fees. It's not about the money, it's about refusing to be a victim. I didn't yell or lash out. I held her accountable legally and calmly. She thought I was an easy target. She learned I'm not. Her lesson came with court papers. I'm doing great now. My savings are restored, my life is drama-free, and that $1,200 was the cost of a valuable lesson, and getting a liar out of my life for good.